Welcome back to our page, Project Development. We'll be looking at Introduction to Project Management, Lecture 1. Our learning outcomes are as follows. Classify a project, management and project management. Define a project manager's role. Identify project management advantages and disadvantages. Elaborate the project triple constraints. Introduction. When you look around you, you will be amazed with various products such as cars, buildings, and infrastructures. You may wonder how all these products were nicely created or built. In this module, we are going to introduce the concept of project management that has created a build all those products. Our lesson outline. We are going to be looking at Introduction to Project Management, defining definition of projects, project characteristics of major characteristics of a project, the 10 knowledge areas in project management. Then we'll see a summary. Project management. Project management terminology consists of two key words, project and management. What is a project? A project is known to be unique whereby it is not a regular routine process or operation. There are specific set of tasks designed to fulfill defined outcomes and deliverables. There are specific set of tasks designed to fulfill defined outcomes and deliverables. A project team consists of people who don't usually work together, and they come from different organizations and across multiple locations. It also has certain scope limited by budget and resources, so we can define a project as follows. A project is a temporary endeavor with a set or sequence of tasks planned from beginning to end that are interrelated and to be implemented within a fixed time and limited by budget and resources. In other words, a project can be likened to that of a ship on a journey from point A to point B, and a project manager the captain of the ship. Table definitions of project. We have various definitions of project by different authors and professional bodies. Characteristics of a project. Usually, you can identify a project by certain characteristics such as has an established objective, unique in some way, has a defined lifespan with a beginning and an end, has specific time, cost, and performance requirements, requires across the organizational participation, and involves doing something never been done before, has risks and uncertainty. What is management? Generally, management is defined as the process of completing activities efficiently and effectively with and through others. Management functions are listed as follows. We have planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. What is project management now? Basically, project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities in order to meet or exceed stakeholders' needs and expectations from a project. Generally, we can divide project management processes into the following 5 groups. Initiatives, which is step implemented to define a new project or a new phase of an existing project by getting an authorization to begin the project or phase. 2. Planning. Here we have activities required to establish the project scope, improve the objectives, and define the course of action required to achieve the project objectives. 3. Executing. This is a process executed to complete the work defined in the project management plan to fulfill the project requirements, monitoring and controlling. The processes needed to track, review, and control the progress and performance of the project, recognize any areas in which changes to the project plan are required, and initiate those changes. And the fifth, closing. The process is executed to ensure all activities across all process groups to formally close the project. In 1996, the Project Management Institution of USA developed knowledge nine project management knowledge areas in a book entitled A Guide to the Project Management Book of Knowledge. The project management book guide was subsequently revised in 2000, 2004, 2008, and 2013 with the addition of one new knowledge area. The 10th knowledge areas are: A. Project integration management. It comprises of processes and activities in order to recognize, define, combine, merge, and coordinate the processes and project management activities in the project management process groups. 2. Project scope management. It includes the processes necessary to ensure that the project comprises of all the required work for a successful project completion. And thirdly, we have project time management. It includes the processes required to manage the timely completion of the project. The fourth, we have project cost management. It consists of the processes under the planning, estimating, budgeting, financing, funding, managing, and controlling costs in order for the project to be completed within the permitted budget. Now we have the fifth, project quality management. It consists of the processes and actions of the executing organization that determines quality policies, objectives, and responsibilities so that the project will fulfill the requirements for which it was undertaken. The sixth is project human resource management. It consists of the process that organize, manage, and leads the teams in the project. The seventh is project communications management. It comprises the processes needed to ensure that it is appropriate and timely in the following areas. We have planning, collection, creation, distribution, storage, retrieval. The eighth, we have project risk management. It comprises of the processes required to conduct risk planning, risk identification, risk analysis, risk response planning, and risk controlling on a project. The ninth, we have project procurement management. Project procurement management includes the processes necessary to purchase or acquire products, services, or results needed from outside the project team. And the 10th, we have project stakeholders management. It comprises of the processes needed to recognize resources influenced by the project, expectations of stakeholders and their impact on the project, and appropriate management strategies developed for efficiently engaging stakeholders in project decision and implementation. The above 10 project management knowledge areas consist of the processes that are required to accomplish within its area in order to attain effective project management. All the 10 knowledge areas also fall into one of the 5 project management process groups as mentioned earlier, viz. Initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and control and closing. Thus, building a matrix structure. Summary: a project is temporarily endeavored with a set or sequence of tasks planned from beginning to end that are interrelated and to be implemented within a fixed time and limited by budget and resources. Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities in order to meet or exceed stakeholders' needs and expectations from a project. Project management brings more advantages that make up more than the overhead of implementing formal project management. A project manager is a person who is responsible for managing a project. He or she who is responsible for the success of the 5 project management processes, namely initiation, planning, design, execution, monitoring, and control and closure of a project. Planning is essential. If you don't know what your outputs should be, how can you get there efficiently? Effective planning saves time and headaches further down the line. Rokin sums it up perfectly. Fail to plan, plan to fail. Thank you.